Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first Raw brand pay-per-view, and we are live in Vancouver, Canada for Backlash. And I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here this evening at Backlash, whether you're watching via the YouTube premiere or on demand. What a night we have for you, and we are kicking things off with the one and only Ricochet, who is set for singles action and has had a thorn in his side, and it all started as part of that fatal four-way match to declare a number one contender for Shinsuke Nakamura's WWE Championship, and whoever would win that match would feature in tonight's main event. Well, that could have been Ricochet until Gallows and Anderson decided to poke their nose in Ricochet's business. Luke Gallows stood in the way of Ricochet going for his finishing maneuver, and then the club decided to strike in its entirety, giving AJ Styles the place in our main event this evening. And just this past Monday, the rivalry continued on, with this time Karl Anderson with a sneak attack to Ricochet before his matchup, and that has led to this contest, which will open Backlash tonight. Here we go. They've been there, they've done it, they've got the t-shirt. It is the original club, the OC, and oh no, this doesn't vote well for Ricochet, because not only does he have to contend with Machine Gun Karl Anderson, but also Luke Gallows accompanies his tag team partner to ringside. Let's just hope this doesn't develop into a 2-on-1 handicap contest with Gallows being in attendance. But hopefully, thankfully, with these two being preoccupied, it might just mean that we get a fair one-on-one singles contest in our main event at Backlash. It is, of course, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, but that is to come later tonight. Right now, it's Ricochet versus Karl Anderson, and we have a sold-out crowd here in Vancouver, Canada, and we are almost set to go as the referee signals for the bell, and this contest is underway, and a boot to the midsection by Karl Anderson starts things off. And Ricochet has had real hard luck in recent weeks, came so close to being involved in our main event this evening. He could have challenged Shinsuke Nakamura if it wasn't for these two. And a shoulder tackle, went for the third, didn't get it. Ricochet turns the table, went for the kick to the midsection. Karl Anderson. Oh! Big kick to the side of the head of one half of the club. The three, of course. Gallows, Anderson, and AJ Styles making up the original club. And head first into the corner goes Ricochet. Anderson perched on the second rope, and a knee to the back. And now Anderson with the pin, trying to put this one away early, but a 1 count for Karl Anderson, and so far, so good. No interference from Luke Gallows. However, he hasn't had to do so because it has all been Karl Anderson thus far. Anderson perched on that second rope, calling up Ricochet. Oh, and Ricochet sidestepped Anderson, much to the pleasure of the fans here in Vancouver. An uppercut by Ricochet, punch to the gut, and now sends Anderson off the ropes, ducks underneath, leapfrog over the top by Ricochet, and oh, a huge boot running to the chops of one Karl Anderson, but Anderson, strong response, a bulldog, and that stopped Ricochet in any momentum that the human highlight reel was trying to build, and another 1 count. And the crowd here, you can hear the boos. Not fans of the original club, I wonder what the reception will be like for AJ Styles when he challenges Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship. The fans have so much respect for Styles, but in recent weeks, it's been very hard to get behind and understand the mindset of the Phenomenal One. As Anderson reads the riot act to Ricochet and took too long, went for the European uppercut and met nothing but the turnbuckle. And now Ricochet with the kicks to the midsection. Here we go, Ricochet. Oh, beautiful! A Hurricane Rana, and you can see the change of pace. Ricochet heads to the top rope and almost mocking Machine Gun Karl, and Ricochet didn't get all of it, but the Hurricane Rana, and could this be? No. Well, we saw on SmackDown Dark a similar instance where Rey Mysterio didn't quite get all of that Hurricane Rana after delivering the 619 to Jordan Devlin, and it did pay off. This time Karl Anderson with the wits about him to kick out at 2, but Ricochet, I spoke too soon. Karl Anderson takes up Ricochet down the back, sunset flip. 1, 2, just a 1 count. Our official, maybe a step off the pace. That slow count might have cost Ricochet. And now Anderson sent to the corner. I would not head over there if I was Ricochet, with Luke Gallows looking on. And quite possibly this is a bad part of town for Ricochet, but Ricochet unfazed by this. And now goes up again. 450 off the second rope. This could be enough. And Anderson kicking out at 2. And Ricochet asked the question, a degree of frustration from Ricochet, quite possibly because these two have been getting right on his nerves. But Ricochet, with his variation of the People's Elbow, a little bit more athletic than the People's Champion, and again it draws a 2, and Karl Anderson might just be wishing that this was a tag team contest so he could bring in his partner, but there is no opportunity to do that tonight. It is Ricochet versus Anderson. Gallows should not be involved, and Ricochet plans to go through the gears, hits the accelerator and flies through the air and takes out one half of the club. And that right there is why they call him the one and only. Gallows having an argument with the fans at ringside. He can do nothing. Our official paying close attention, and Ricochet, crashed and burned. And when you do take those risks, not always do they pay off with a reward. And Anderson running powerbomb. And draws a 2. If you like a lot of chocolate on your biscuit, then you might be a fan of the club. That's all I'm saying. Super kick from Karl Anderson. And Anderson, I don't think he was saluting the fans. I think he was more taunting the fans. And a brain buster. And after that mistake from Ricochet, it has thrown the momentum back in favour of Anderson, who taunts again and this time connects with the drop kick. He tried it earlier, it didn't pay off, but the second time round it worked perfectly well. And now a chin lock, a reverse chin lock, trying to crank the chin and the jaw of Ricochet. The balance now in favour of the OC. But Ricochet found a way to escape. Can you imagine the momentum for the club if they can pick up this win to kick off their night? And then AJ Styles, can he do what many haven't been able to do, including Brock Lesnar? But before we get to that, it could be over here, and a kick out from Anderson. The Beast couldn't do it. Can AJ? Can he take that undefeated record away and the WWE Championship from Shinsuke Nakamura. Lesnar could not stop the record at WrestleMania, and that is why Nakamura is WWE Champion. But how much has changed? Since WrestleMania, we have the draft, we have superstars assigned to each brand, and we may just have a Ricochet victory if Karl Anderson, he kind of crumpled out of it. And Ricochet follows up with a DDT. Lots of change, but I would say for the better. Makes things certainly very interesting. Stiff shot from Ricochet. And a second. Gallows watching on. Maybe waiting for an opportunity to get involved in this match. And a shotgun dropkick to the machine gun Karl. Now Ricochet calling up Anderson. Oh wow. Oh, it landed on his feet. But Karl Anderson, boot to the midsection. Oh, got him. Machine gun dropkick. And that could be enough. It's not. Rat-a-tat-tat. He got him all right. And how will Ricochet respond? That may just have knocked the stuffing out of the human highlight reel, but he sidestepped that second kick from Karl Anderson, who was almost toying with Ricochet, and you cannot do that. And Ricochet really stepping it up, taking the pace, and can Karl Anderson keep up now? I think not. Explosive from Ricochet, takes up Anderson onto his shoulder. Oh! Now Gallows intervenes. Referee, come on. Oh no, not this way. Not like this. For goodness, no. Ricochet finds a way out, but will the 2-on-1 again spoil Ricochet's night? Oh, recoil. Oh no. Ricochet with the recoil, but Luke Gallows again intervenes and now argues with our official. Someone needs to put a stop to this, and oh! Ricochet might just have done so. Gallows is out. Anderson is down. 6:30 senton. 1, 2, 3, and Ricochet defeats the club. He took them both out, and this is how he got the job done. The recoil, boom, and at that moment it seemed to be over, but Luke Gallows once again intervened, and in doing so, well, Ricochet took him out. And then this, the 6:30 senton, so impressive, and Ricochet picks up the victory to kick off Backlash. What a start to our main show, and the one and only not only knocks off Karl Anderson, but he takes out Luke Gallows in the process. Ricochet might not feature in the main event tonight. It is a bitter-sweet victory, but he does indeed get the W. Well, what's going on here? That's Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson of the Revival in the catering area. It seems someone has stole Dash Wilder's plate. And they also stole Scott Dawson's as well. Did somebody eat all the turkey dinosaurs? Those Bernard Matthews turkey dinosaurs, they are the ones. Oh wait, Scott Dawson seems to have found the culprit. Who could it be? Oh, Otis Dozovic. Well, this truly is a turkey-based matter, if ever I have seen one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, up next, the crusade of Sami Zayn has got off to a terrible start, and former best friends collide as Kevin Owens takes on Sami Zayn, and there is certainly no love lost between these two. Welcome back to Backlash, and I will keep you posted on the turkey-based matter as and when I hear any further developments. Otis Dozovic may be feeling a little bit more indulgent than he usually would on a weekly Raw episode here at Backlash, so who can blame him? It's our first pay-per-view for Raw, and we've already had a cracking start. If you're just joining us, Ricochet picking up the victory against Karl Anderson of the Club, and now we have the former best friends taking on each other. Sami Zayn, who initially was on a crusade to really read the riot act to the WWE Universe, however he's had to put that on hold after he was interrupted by his former best friend Kevin Owens, who literally stunned his pants off. I'm not even joking. And after this past Monday, where Sami Zayn grabbed a handful of Kevin Owens' pants to pick up the victory, Owens is out for revenge, and Kevin Owens will be looking to take that by any means necessary. And for Sami Zayn, if Zayn was to win and beat Owens again, he would climb almost to the top of our Raw rankings, and I'm sure Owens will not want that to happen. He wouldn't want Sami Zayn to climb that ladder any further than Zayn already is. Zayn, of course, positioned number 5 in our ranking system here on Raw. I really shouldn't mention ladders when I mention the name Kevin Owens, because it was a ladder match at WrestleMania where Kevin Owens lost the United States Championship. But maybe for the better, because this Kevin Owens that we see now, as opposed to a couple of months ago, is a very different KO. One which I think is for the better. So here we go, our second matchup here at Backlash, and Owens immediately out the corner and on the offense against Sami Zayn. Like I said, he's out for revenge. And Owens, grabbing first the ears, then the nose of Sami Zayn, and Zayn got out the clutch of Kevin Owens, and Owens with a forearm, and now a stiff shot, and went for the belly to belly, but Zayn puts the brakes on and forces back KO. Knife edge chop from Sami Zayn, European uppercut from Zayn, the underdog from the underground, and Zayn ducks underneath, leapfrog over the top, and the dropkick sidestep by Owens, and a shoulder tackle puts down Zayn. These two know each other very well, friends for many years, but now enemies, and very different paths these two have chosen to take, particularly now with Owens with this new attitude. And referee, he might have a handful of tights again, but this time Owens kicks out. That was how Sami Zayn picked up the victory on Raw in the first matchup between these two. Grabbed the tights, referee didn't see it. Thankfully, I know we didn't have the camera angle, but if he did, this time Owens kicked out. We don't want to see any of those sort of shenanigans. We've already seen Luke Gallows earlier tonight try and poke his nose, but it paid no effect, with Ricochet scoring the victory. And this could, no, 1 count, as Owens drives the knee into the back of Zayn. And Sami Zayn has been on this crusade as of late, blaming the WWE Universe for all of his wrongdoings. I mean, he does have a brain, he does make the decisions himself, but instead Of course, it's the WWE Universe and their fault, as Kevin Owens with a cannonball all the way from the inside to out. It was plain to see that Kevin Owens took an objection to what Zayn was saying in terms of this crusade, and that pretty much sparked off this matchup. And of course, on the same night, Sami Zayn then got put through a barricade in the fatal four-way match, which featured also Kevin Owens, Ricochet, who we mentioned earlier, and the #1 contender for the WWE Championship, AJ Styles. And it was Kevin Owens who put his own body on the line, putting Sami Zayn through that barricade, which pretty much took both superstars out. And Zayn got caught on that top rope, and Kevin Owens, another cannonball, this time with Sami Zayn on his shoulder, and Zayn wisely rolls over to stop any sort of pinfall attempt from KO, but I was about to say that only lent towards Kevin Owens dishing out more punishment, but Zayn smartly found a way to escape. Uppercut by Sami Zayn, and a backbreaker by the Crusader. Stiff kick as well, followed up by Zayn. Crowd here booing, firmly behind KO. And Sami Zayn almost says to the crowd, "Come on then, keep booing, I don't care." And he keeps up that offense, and again a second backbreaker to KO, focusing on the back. And sent into the corner. Great shot with the crowd here at Backlash. Zayn could be looking for that helluva kick. No, instead went for a splash. Zayn got caught instead with a super kick, and that rattled Sami Zayn, who crawls into the corner, and KO cannonball. Owens maybe looking for that package pile driver. Zayn, wisely found an escape. Could have been curtains for Zayn if Sami Zayn had been hit with that package pile driver, but instead Zayn has another crack. It's like a cat with 9 lives, and a blue thunder bomb, and well, the cat nearly got all the milk. And now Zayn, off the back of the blue thunder bomb, this time looks for the helluva kick, but Kevin Owens stops him. Well, both of these two men looking for their major impact moves. Kevin Owens went for that package pile driver, it was blocked, and then Zayn went for the helluva kick, and that was blocked too. And Zayn again puts the brakes on, elbows, breaking the hold of Kevin Owens, scoops him up, and drives him down, almost a Michinoku driver. Planted Kevin Owens, and an opportunity now for Sami Zayn, who decides to take a high risk on that top rope, and he wants Kevin Owens up, his former friend. Huge drop kick, a torpedo drop kick from the top, and 1, 2, and Kevin Owens kicks out at 2. Great resilience being shown by KO. And we saw for a moment Zayn just have a think about what to do next. And Zayn, it's Zayn's turn. Hits the ropes, and a dive all the way over the top rope to the outside, and he wipes out Kevin Owens. We've already seen some daredevil maneuvers from Ricochet, Owens with that cannonball, and now Zayn with a dive of his own. These superstars putting it all on the line because, of course, wins and losses matter. The records of each superstar are very important in this season of Universe. And if you didn't catch the Backlash Insider, then I suggest you do so. Even if you're watching the pay-per-view now, afterwards go and check it out, so you get some more insight into the rankings here for Monday Night Raw. And the referee stopping his count. Kevin Owens targets and a fall away package pile driver. This time he got it. And Owens holding the gut. Maybe a few problems internally for Kevin Owens. Or maybe just a dodgy curry, and he got the knees up. Oh my. Sami Zayn, and oh wow. Missile drop kick. And Zayn sends Owens off the rope, and Kevin Owens might be in a bit of a daze. Sami Zayn is here, there and everywhere. And Owens still not quite got his bearings back. He's up, but oh no! Oh! He's back down with that DDT onto the concrete floor. There is no forgiveness there. And that could be enough. Sami Zayn with the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and you saw the eagerness of Zayn to get Owens back in the ring to go for the pin, but it's not enough. And Zayn follows it up, drives him down, forcing the pin. And again. Packaged him up, and it's still not enough. But Zayn can feel the opportunity and the splash. 1, 2. Oh, and Kevin Owens. Well, you've got to think how much energy is being taken out of Owens every single time that Zayn forces a pin. It was 3 in quick succession, but Owens able to kick out of each and every one of them. Each and every one of them, I should say. And Zayn went for the chop, but Owens fights back. I'm not sure how, but he is still in this matchup. Not many would have kicked out after that DDT on the concrete floor. But Owens is still in this. Owens is still out for revenge. And now it's Kevin Owens who heads to the top rope. Owens, frog splash. 1, 2. Oh, and Zayn with the shoulder up. High impact move from Kevin Owens. It paid off, but it did not give him the 3. And Zayn up to a knee, and Owens waits, stalks Sami Zayn, or maybe Zayn was playing possum for a moment. Maybe did get his breath back, and Owens took too long, and Zayn, throwing Kevin Owens again. And now Zayn, wait, here he comes. Pop-up powerbomb. Zayn went for the haluva kick and instead ran straight into a pop-up powerbomb, and now stunner. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens gets his revenge on Sami Zayn. And here is how the matchup unfolded. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens taking risks, both of them paying off for the majority of this match. But this, I thought, was a turning point. This DDT, a tornado-like DDT to the concrete floor, but when Zayn thought he had Kevin Owens, the pop-up powerbomb, then the stunner, and that was all she wrote. So to add to costing Sami Zayn that matchup for the #1 contendership, where he took himself and Zayn out, he now gives Sami Zayn his first singles loss. Kevin Owens has been a real pain for Sami Zayn. Oh, we're back in catering. And Big Otis is also back. Maybe for seconds or thirds or... Oh no! Scott Dawson must have known that Otis Dozovic was still feeling a little bit hungry, and oh no. No! Oh goodness. Well, there goes the lasagna that I was looking forward to having after the show. And Scott Dawson laying down the law, if there is any, not to touch his food. Otis was hungry. But Otis Dozovic looks very upset and has to recover, but we now must turn our attention to the Women's Championship match. A new Women's Champion will be crowned, and it will either be Becky Lynch or Ember Moon. So the turkey-based matter continues to rumble over backstage, but now it's all about the Women's Championship, and of course, when Shayna Baszler left Monday Night Raw as part of the WWE draft, she took the Women's Championship with her, much to the upset of Becky Lynch, who tried to ensure that the title would stay on Monday nights. She was given the matchup against Baszler, but emotions ticked over for Becky Lynch, who applied to disarm her to Shayna Baszler on the outside of the ring, which enabled a countout, and subsequently Shayna Baszler took that championship over to SmackDown. So with that in mind, Eric Bischoff decided to make the move, and he has introduced a new championship, the Raw Women's Championship, which will replicate what SmackDown now have with Shayna Baszler as champion. And we will crown our first Raw Women's Champion in just a matter of moments. Will it be the man, Becky Lynch, or will it be this lady right here, Ember Moon, the War Goddess, who looks focused, and she did indeed defeat Carmella to earn her right to participate here at Backlash. So Ember Moon could indeed have the advantage here. She comes off the back of a win, whereas for the man, Becky Lynch, you have to question her mindset. When she faced Shayna Baszler, she let her emotions get the better of her. She cannot afford to do that again here at Backlash if she wants to become the new Raw Women's Champion. So high stakes here, and Eric Bischoff will be looking on to see which lady or which man will be looking to take this division forward. And that's what it's all about. The red plate for the Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch, Ember Moon, and here we go. And Lynch, oh! Well, Becky Lynch, very eager, and I did say she must be cautious, and she did roll out after to compose herself, but that was a mistake. That was a very early mistake. And you can feel the intensity of Ember Moon, those war cries. And Ember Moon catches the boot and a knee. That could break a nose. And headfirst into the corner goes Lynch. I mean, the odds-on favourite here would be Becky Lynch, but not in terms of recent records. Lynch has the history, but Moon is the up-and-coming talent. And Becky Lynch trying to keep down Ember Moon, and she must not let that, what we call a count-out draw, play too much on her mind that she got with Shayna Baszler, and a drop kick, and that puts down Ember Moon, and quickly Becky Lynch follows up with a pin, trying to make sure she gets this one done and dusted, but only a 1 count, and Moon is already up in a finance carry takedown by Becky Lynch. And so far, so good. A mistake initially by Becky Lynch, but she's managed to get herself composed back in the match. The rollout was smart, bought her time, but Ember Moon comes forward. And still to come tonight, we've got plenty of action for you. And if you are just joining us, welcome to Backlash. You have already missed 2 crackers and also some turkey going missing. We'll find out more about that later on in the show, I'm sure. We will keep you posted when we hear more, if any more is to come, from the deal with Dozovic and the Revival. As Becky Lynch cranks the arm of Ember Moon. And an uppercut from Moon, that's the response. Scoops up Becky Lynch and a slam. Stiff kick as well. Oh, and that one nearly knocked Lynch off her feet. Went there again and Becky Lynch said no, not this time. And is it time for the man to come around and become Women's Champion here tonight? That's the question. What do you think? Let me know in the chat and in the comment section wherever you are watching Backlash here tonight. And a drop toe hold. Oh. And Ember Moon hit her face hard on that turnbuckle pad, and there was metal under that protection of the turnbuckle. It barely would protect a superstar. And Ember Moon hit hard, and now Tornado DDT follow up by Becky Lynch and a pin, and our referee in position 1, 2, and oh, it's a 2 count. And Moon kicks out and then has a neck snap by Becky Lynch. And it's coming together well for Lynch. Leg drop. Oh, and she repeats the process. Oh, and a reverse of it, in fact. And snaps DDT. Another pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Ember Moon shoulder up. And Lynch asked the question of our official. It was 2. It was. Ember Moon at the moment just having to weather the storm. But how much more can she weather? Stiff shot by Moon. These 2 ladies going at it. To and fro. And, oh, fall down. Reverse DDT from Becky Lynch. And Lynch heads to the outside and she's looking to take a high risk. We've seen tonight many of them pay off, but not all of them. And Lynch awaits Ember Moon, and she heads up and down Hurricane Rana. She got all of it, and this could be a no-no. Very close. We saw Ricochet hit that maneuver earlier, didn't get all of it. Becky Lynch did, but she only draws a 2. And now Ember Moon sends Lynch to the corner. Here comes Moon. The knees right into the chest of Lynch. Close contest this. Both ladies have had good offense, and down, driven headfirst into the mat is Becky Lynch. And oh, Lynch. Well, Lynch looks very, very dazed, looks hurt from that maneuver from Moon. And Lynch not getting any recovery time. And what is Ember Moon thinking here? Putting Lynch in a precarious position on that top rope, on that turnbuckle. Double underhook from Ember Moon. And down, and both ladies crash to the mat. But it's Becky Lynch who comes out the worse. 1, 2. Oh, it's 2. And it's Ember Moon now asking the question. And Ember Moon, well, she didn't wait long. Now with the arm lock. So used to hearing that sort of maneuver being a part of Becky Lynch and her arsenal. But instead, it's Ember Moon maybe trying to soften up Lynch so she cannot and will not apply that disarm her. But Lynch finds a way free. Oh, and Lynch That's a great response from Becky Lynch. Oh, and are we going to see a second? Yes. 2. And Lynch calling up Ember Moon. I'm going for a trio. And she gets it. Strong way to bring the momentum back in favour of the man. And now the submissions begin to be rolled out from Becky Lynch. We know that her finishing manoeuvre is the disarm her. If she applies that lock, it could be over for Ember Moon, but Ember Moon may have worked and had Becky Lynch well scouted. She found a way to escape and drives Lynch down, headfirst into the mat. Elbow into the chest. Who is going to become the first Raw Women's Champion under the reign of General Manager Eric Bischoff for Monday Night Raw? Ember Moon or Becky Lynch? That championship hangs in the balance. It awaits the outcome of this match, and it's Becky Lynch who has a stiff shot and rattles Ember Moon, and oh wow! That's the response from Moon. 1, 2. Oh, it's a 2. It's a very close 2. But that might teach Becky Lynch to mouth off in this match and show Ember Moon a bit more respect. I'm sure she respects her, but again, the emotions might have got the better of Becky Lynch. And now Ember Moon. Are we going to see an eclipse? Lynch up. Here we go. Oh! No. And now Lynch. It's her turn. Elbow drop. 1, 2. Oh! Shades of Randy Savage. But it's not enough. And oh no! Small package. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Ember Moon is the Raw Women's Champion, and Becky Lynch is stunned. Here is how it happened. Ember Moon, great athleticism being shown, and then went for the eclipse. She did not get it. Becky Lynch then delivered an elbow drop, and then this. When she got up, got caught in a small package, and Ember Moon held on for the 3. And Ember Moon is crowned Raw Women's Champion. Some may class this as a huge shock. The man is not the man of the women's division, because it is indeed the War Goddess, Ember Moon. And oh, wait just a second. Wait a minute. Becky Lynch here, and what's she thinking? Oh, well, she offers the hand, and great respect being shown by the man for Ember Moon. And oh no, oh, not tonight. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, we saw these two attack Ember Moon. Becky Lynch came to her aid on Raw, and they've done it again. Well, the turkey-based matter continues, and Tucker Knight has entered the equation. Face to face with Dash Wilder. Well, it was Wilder who started all this. It was his plate of turkey that went missing. And Tucker Knight making it clear that if you've got a problem with Big Dozzy, then you've got a problem with Big Tuck. Dash Wilder's having a terrible evening. Hasn't anything to eat yet. And Tucker Knight laying down the challenge. Oh, and a little bit more. Dash Wilder's night goes from bad to worse. No turkey, no dinner, and now a shiner for his troubles. Oh yeah, and he ate his turkey. Well, you forgot that bit. But anyway, I filled you in enough about the turkey, and now I must fill you in on the Intercontinental Championship. It is no holds barred. Finn Balor against Jon Moxley. This may just be, bar the main event, the most anticipated matchup here on the card at Backlash, as Jon Moxley, formerly known as Dean Ambrose, descends from the crowd. A very unorthodox entrance from Jon Moxley, and Moxley, who listens to nobody, he plays by his own rules, has pretty much forced this matchup after he hijacked and broke his way into Raw a couple of weeks ago dressed as a security guard, and he really did get all up in the face of our general manager Eric Bischoff, and Bischoff, who's tried to lay down the law since becoming Raw general manager. Well, Moxley doesn't like the law, and Moxley doesn't abide by the rules. And Jon Moxley now sees himself in a situation where he challenges for the Intercontinental Championship, and it's no holds barred rules. They're about the only rules that Moxley's interested in. And for Finn Balor, well, what a first championship title defense that he has here this evening. I mean, he came across from SmackDown after losing the United States Championship that he won in that fatal four-way ladder match at WrestleMania. It was a short-lived title reign. He comes across here to Monday Night Raw as a part of the WWE draft, and in the same night he then defeats Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship. It's been a complete turnaround for Balor, but will this championship reign be as short-lived as the United States one on SmackDown? It could happen, because he's entering the domain of the unhinged, the lunatic that is Jon Moxley. This is his forte. No holds barred, anything goes. I mean, you say no holds barred rules, but the rules have gone out the window, and that's just the way that Moxley likes it. Balor, great technical wrestler, very skilled, high-flying ability. He's going to have to adjust. He's going to have to dig deep. He's going to have to go to waters he's never been before, and he's going to have to do it if he is to retain the Intercontinental Championship. You can see that Balor has come dressed for the occasion. He's not sporting his usual trunks. He's wearing gear that has prepped him up for a street fight. But maybe this is just something more. Some of the talk that Moxley has been putting out there about crushing skulls and all sorts of other stuff, I mean, it just opens the scenario of the unthinkable. And Eric Bischoff, who in the end gave Moxley what he wanted, if he's watching backstage, he's got to be biting his fingernails right now, because one of his top prospects in Finn Balor, one of his champions, is well and truly under threat. And Moxley has a nod at the championship. That's what it's all about, the Intercontinental Championship. And the formerly known Dean Ambrose says that you're going to get to see what he's all about. This is Jon Moxley. And Finn Balor comes out with a forearm and a kick. And you can see the wrists are taped. He has come to fight. Drop kick by Balor. Double foot stomp. Went for the kick, and Moxley grabbed the ankle and yanks Finn Balor down to the mat. Moxley looks in immense condition. It might be best if Balor is on the move constantly. Knife edge chops by the champion, turns the tables, does the challenger, and Moxley unloads, and Balor fights back, willing to exchange. I'm not sure that's the right move, but in this sort of contest you just have to go with what you think is best. And stiff shot to the back, and a second by Jon Moxley. Kick to the back and an elbow cuts down Finn Balor. I was about to say it was a pretty good start by Balor, but Moxley has quickly swayed my thought process to not so much. These two just going at it, back and forth in that corner. Now Balor knocks down Jon Moxley, and maybe I spoke too soon about Balor not having the best of starts, because he's back in control. Ties up with Moxley, elbow to the back of the neck, went for a slap. That would have insulted Moxley, didn't get it. Moxley went for the clothesline. Balor out the way, kick to the gut. And now sends Moxley off the ropes. Moxley rolls through, and a drop toe hold by Jon Moxley. They went for the snap suplex, small package, 1, 2. And we've already seen how Ember Moon picked up the Raw Women's Championship, and Balor feeling pretty intense. I mean, he got a major beatdown from Jon Moxley on Raw, put through my announce table. So emotions are running high. The small package might have escaped Finn Balor from any more punishment, but it did not get the job done. And this matchup continues. And Moxley wants up Finn Balor. He's now up, and a drop kick which he missed completely. And Moxley rolls to the outside on the concrete floor, and Balor waits, and Balor comes for Jon Moxley. And this is where I'm not entirely sure if this is the best place for Finn Balor to be in. On the outside of the ring, I would say that is Moxley's domain, but Balor is holding his own, and drops Jon Moxley across the barricade, and the fans here in Vancouver getting a great up-close look at this Intercontinental No-Holds-Barred Championship match as Moxley now responds. And slams down Finn Balor on that unforgiving concrete floor. Yes, of course, it's got some padding there, but I can tell you, it does not save the impact. And Moxley, a Russian leg sweep, and using the barricade for added impact. Boot to the midsection by Jon Moxley. What's he thinking here? Finn Balor needs to find a way to get out of this, or he could be in trouble. Moxley now gets his balance, and luckily enough, it was enough time for Finn Balor to find a way out, and a drop kick. And Moxley crashes into the LED, which is around the ring. Back first, that's going to do some damage. And Finn Balor looking to inflict more. Head first now into the LED ring post. And you can see that Finn Balor is fired up for this. I mean, he didn't ask for any of this. Moxley came after him. And if Balor feels that Moxley was trying to make even more of a name at the expense of Finn Balor, well, he is fighting back tonight. And these two now just exchanging lefts and rights, back and forth. Fists from both men. And that looked low to me from Moxley, but it's no holds barred. And Balor Snaps over Moxley. He's having much more success than I thought he would. And our official, this is how it goes. No holds barred. Pinfalls. Count anywhere. And that's a 2 count. If you've not seen a no holds barred match, you can win the match wherever. Just don't come up here near my announce table, please. Oh, look at this. Another great shot of the action. You can see the fans in Vancouver, Canada. Well, they might be getting even more of a better look because Moxley has taken Balor into the crowd. But it didn't take too long for this action to spill outside the ring. And if you thought it was going to stay in the ring, you're just as much of a lunatic as Jon Moxley is. Balor trying to put the brakes on, trying to stop wherever Moxley was taking Finn Balor. And you can see where they are, over where the equipment is. Just a little surrounding where the fans are based, and head first goes Moxley into one of those equipment boxes, and Moxley is stumbling all over the place, so much so he's gone to the other equipment box. And Balor wanted to get his hands on Moxley more, and Moxley replies with a crossbody and roars at the fans in attendance. Oh no, and what's he got there? Is that a baseball bat? Oh, went to strike Finn Balor with the bat, and Balor has wrestled away that baseball bat. Moxley's got it back. Oh! And just mowed him down. And then throws it on his face. And you can see in the corner of the picture, our official is there, and a slam, and well, there's nothing forgiving there. It's just straight up concrete. Now, oh, Moxley, maybe taking out the trash. Oh, implying that our Intercontinental Champion is trash and nearly taking the championship away from him. Unbelievable action in this no holds barred match. And now Moxley has picked up the champion. And Finn Balor fighting for his life. Maybe he's going to throw him into the fans, feed him to the wolves. Not entirely sure. You don't know what's going through the mind of Moxley, who then gets suplexed onto that trash can, the back of the legs. And if Finn Balor could nullify Jon Moxley's movement, that would be a great one. And now Moxley crashes into those steel chairs, and a baseball bat coming down on Jon Moxley. Finn Balor is giving as good as Moxley is giving. And it's a 2 count. I thought that Finn Balor was entering the domain of Jon Moxley and he would have no chance, but he is holding his own. And this crowd enjoying the action that is unfolding right between their eyes, and Jon Moxley, well, giving them an even better look and talking to the fans, and a fall-away slam. These two may never be the same after this match. Well, Moxley said that he was going to take Finn Balor to places he had never been. And I feel that he is doing that. Oh, and he tried to intimidate Finn Balor because Balor had got to his feet before Moxley had come over the barrier. It didn't work. Drew the arm back to almost strike Balor, but nothing. And that's given Balor the time to build some offense and get himself back into this match. And maybe it's time that Balor brought Moxley into the ring. Oh, I spoke too soon, because Moxley then brings Balor back himself. Oh, but that's why. Because now Jon Moxley has a kendo stick in hand, And that ain't good for Finn Balor. Good night. Oh no, and is Finn Balor bleeding? I can't quite see it yet. Oh, he is. Finn Balor has been lacerated at the kendo stick shot from Jon Moxley. And that is a bad cut. Oh, goodness me. Well, I just said that these superstars might not be the same, and Balor gets waffled again, and now this is sadistic. Jon Moxley choking the life out of the Intercontinental Champion, and that title might be short-lived. Oh, spiked him. It's gotta be all. Has to be over. No. I don't know if that was wise from Finn Balor. When you're in this sort of situation, you might just need to think about your career over the matchup. Because Jon Moxley isn't going to stop. The kendo stick shots. And it's lucky that, even though it won't help, that Finn Balor's wearing a shirt because the welt's on his back. It must be immense. And again, Moxley comes down with that kendo stick, Singapore cane, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. And head first goes Balor, and we get another look at how much blood is being lost from the Intercontinental Champion, and that is right. Moxley is firing. And they ain't blanks, and he's choking again. Finn Balor in the corner with that kendo stick. He brought it into the match, and he has used it to its utmost, and now what's he looking for? What? Oh no. A table? Moxley bringing more weaponry, and it's all legal. This is no holds barred. Anything goes. Sets up the table in the corner. Now Balor, I don't know how Balor is even standing at this point. Every time he does, Moxley puts him down. And Moxley, looking at our official having words with Jon Moxley, but Moxley doesn't care. No, Jon, no. No. Oh no, don't. Don't do it, Jon. No. He's had enough. He's had enough. Oh no. That's it. Oh. Why? Finn Balor. Very valiant, but why? Don't do this to yourself, Finn. I don't feel like Moxley is going to stop, and the damage has been done. Finn, call it a day. The general manager, Eric Bischoff, coming out here trying to stop. He says enough is enough. And he's right. I mean, he should be protecting Finn Balor, a member of the Raw roster. Let's not forget Moxley. He isn't even a part of Raw. I'm not one to normally agree with our general manager, but in this instance, I do. Oh, wait. Whoa. Wait a minute. I don't think Moxley is getting that message. Jon Moxley. Oh my God. What is he doing? Eric Bischoff demanding Moxley to stop, but he doesn't care. This lunatic. No way. Oh God. Jon Moxley has torn up the ring canvas and exposed the wooden underbelly, and this does not bode well. No protection at all for a WWE superstar. Now that side of the canvas is torn up and Finn Balor is trying to crawl his way out of danger, but Moxley stalks. And Moxley with a knee, and Balor has to keep away from that wooden exposed area of the ring, which our referee stands upon. And our referee, our official, can't do anything about it, nor can Eric Bischoff. He can ask Moxley to stop, but that's about it. This was signed, this was done, this is official, and this is dangerous. Moxley, Balor put the brakes on. Finn Balor, DDT! Oh my God! No, it's a 2. Jon Moxley, he pulled up the ring. He exposed the wooden planks. And now, Finn Balor, reverse 1916. Well, Moxley, it's his own doing, but he kicked out and he still crawls and now tries. He's trying to get to his feet, and Balor with the kendo stick, which was used to lash him, now has it in his hands and takes out his aggression on Jon Moxley. Payback is you know what? You see the blood on the hand of Moxley. I'm not sure if that's a cut from the wooden floor or whether or not it's the blood from Balor. And now Finn Balor chokes the life out of Jon Moxley. Well, maybe Balor is channeling his inner demon to get him through this matchup. He's certainly seeing red, if not just from the anger, but from the blood that drips in his eyes. And Balor has a chair, as if there wasn't enough amount of pain in that ring already. A steel chair comes into play. Moxley up to his feet, and Finn Balor. Oh, look at the blood. Oh my God. Just poured out the head of Jon Moxley. You saw it there for yourself. And another chair shot. No. Oh, one to the gut instead. And look at the chair. A blood mark painted in the blood of Jon Moxley is that chair, and Moxley can't get out the way of that one. And Moxley, he just laid in that corner. Out. And Balor brings him back. No. Finn Balor. Dangerous for Moxley. Shotgun drop kick. And Jon Moxley clatters into the wooden floor. And Finn Balor. Here we go. Could it? No. Moxley got out the way. Dirty deeds. 1, 2. Oh, how? I ask you, how? Finn Balor just kicked out of a dirty deeds onto the wooden floorboards of the ring. This matchup continues for the Intercontinental Championship. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it does. And Moxley with a boot to the midsection, and he may be questioning what it will take to put Finn Balor away, who wants to retain his Intercontinental Championship at all costs. He doesn't want another short championship reign. He signed up for this match. He knew what was coming, or maybe he didn't. I mean, nobody would have thought the lengths that Moxley would go to try and inflict pain and punishment and take away the championship from Balor. But he did sign up for this match, And Balor, well, he's still in it. And Finn Balor hits the ropes and comes crashing down on Jon Moxley. It is a bloody affair here in Vancouver. And the crowd chant, "This is awesome." We've got some sadistic people here tonight. If you're a sadistic person, let me know in the chat. This is crazy. If you're enjoying this one, let me know. I know one person that isn't, Eric Bischoff. He must be concerned for Finn Balor, but Balor fights on against Jon Moxley, and now where are they going? You might think it's safer out here than it is in the ring after what Moxley did to the ring, but these two now fight up the ring ramp, and that means they're coming my way. Shot from Balor, replied from Moxley. Moxley with a forearm, stiff jab from Jon Moxley. Every time one of these two is hit, more blood pours from the wounds. Oh man, they're getting dangerously close, and I've already seen one table broken. That was on Raw. Finn Balor went right through it. I might need to get out the way if it happens again. Big shot from Moxley, and Moxley stumbles Finn Balor, trying the kitchen sink at each other now. And our official's still there to count the pinfall as and when it happens, or when one of these two is incapacitated and can't continue. Finn Balor, oh no, paradigm shift! One, two, on! Jeez! Kicked out again! Oh no, I'm getting out of here, getting out of here! And yes, I was so fast you didn't even see me go down them steps. And yeah, I do require 3 chairs. That's just me, it's how I roll. But the table that I was working on graciously has been taken apart by Jon Moxley. And how on earth Finn Balor is able to stand, even aided by Moxley, I do not know. And it's a good job I did get out the way, because here they come, head first into the table goes Finn Balor. Oh, Moxley tried to put Balor on the table. Balor fights back. Oh, Pele kick. That got Balor out of trouble. But for how long? Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. They're moving away. Where are they going? Well, these two. Moxley now breaks the hold of Finn Balor. And stunning, stinging shots from Jon Moxley. Kick to the midsection by Balor. It's just an out-and-out war between these two now. Balor, sling blade. And our officials still watching on, and where are they going? No, 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 no! Finn Balor just threw Jon Moxley off of the stage, and coup de grace! Hit him! Well, why? Why is Balor not pinning him? It'll still count, but instead, Balor picks up Moxley. Oh, he wants to make sure. 1916! And Balor, again, still no cover, picks up Moxley, again, a second, 1916, after the coup de grace, our official jumps down, 1, 2, 3, and Finn Balor defeats Jon Moxley in what can only be described as a war and a bloodbath. as you see the DDT from Finn Balor to that exposed area of the ring. And then this, the dirty deeds from Jon Moxley. Boom! But then Moxley had to continue his assault. A paradigm shift on the stage, then a coup de grace from the stage. But still, it wasn't enough until not one, but two 1916s to the concrete floor, which would give Finn Balor the victory, and Balor retains the Intercontinental Championship here tonight. But will he ever be the same again? I doubt it. And what does this mean for Jon Moxley? His first outing, he is not signed to Raw, but it ends in defeat. But it will never be forgotten how Jon Moxley pushed Finn Balor to the absolute limit in a match which will be remembered for the ages. Blood was spilled, bones were probably broken, and Jon Moxley picks up a loss. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just need to catch my breath. If you're just joining us and you didn't catch the Backlash kickoff, I suggest you do so and join Third Strike Entertainment, who was our guest commentator, for some fantastic action. Welcome back to Backlash, and before you go and watch the kickoff, we still have plenty more action here to come tonight as Heavy Machinery, Otis Dozovic and Tucker Knight make their way to the ring for an impromptu match, because this matchup was not scheduled on the card here tonight at Backlash, but a turkey-based matter which has only escalated backstage has led to Heavy Machinery taking on the Revival, and it's happening right now. If you haven't caught up with the detail, well, let me clue you up. Otis Dozovic got a bit peckish. He decided to go to Catering and have a bit of turkey. Nothing wrong with that. But whilst he was there, he saw a few spare plates lying around with some additional turkey, not knowing that turkey belonged to Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson. So he had seconds and he had thirds. And the Revival weren't too happy about it. So Otis Dozovic went about his business with his tummy full, but then, as the night proceeded, got a bit peckish again, decided to come for fourths and fifths. When he came back to Catering, well, the Revival were waiting for him, and Scott Dawson with an attack from behind assaulting Otis Dozovic. And later, that brought Tucker Knight into the frame to challenge Dash Wilder and leaving him with a shiner for this matchup right now. I just hope that there's some more turkey dinosaurs for me backstage after tonight's show, but who knows? Anyway, this turkey Twizzler has resulted in these two going at it. Dozovic on the apron. He's looking pretty full right now. And I wonder if Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson have even had any dinner tonight. I doubt it, but a victory will certainly put a smile on their face if they can indeed knock off Heavy Machinery. But Tucker Knight wasn't too pleased at the treatment of Otis Dozovic from the Revival, and Tucker Knight making a point of it right now. Went for a shot and Wilder ducked underneath. Now Wilder dragging Tucker Knight into the corner. Tucker, of course, speaking up for his tag team partner. He's just hungry. That's all it is with Otis. Didn't mean anything by it. But I guess, some people just don't like other people fingering their plates. Anyway, float over and a pin. Just let you digest that one for a minute. And it's a very food-orientated match. See what I did there? As now Dash Wilder applies a chin lock and trying to crank the neck of Tucker Knight. And this impromptu match, which has come about this evening, Russian leg sweep. But we must also remember But these two could mount a case towards the Tag Team Championship if they can build up their wins and also escape any losses. Head first into the corner goes Tucker Knight, and gradually the Revival have cut off the ring for Tucker. Scott Dawson making his first outing into the match and comes off that second rope and jumps down on the knee, and Otis Dozovic, who maybe caused all of this, hasn't even had a taste of this match. Oh, stiff shot from Scott Dawson. And drives down on the back of the arm of Tucker Knight. And the Revival, oh, in real control, and this could be enough, and oh, Tucker Knight kicks out at 2, but a close count, and Tucker back up, a bit dazed, not really knowing where to go, which corner to head to, turns around, and Scott Dawson with a brain buster. And again, Otis Dozovic puts out the arm, extends the hand, but Scott Dawson just teasing Otis Dozovic. And now Tucker Knight is a long way from his corner and his partner. Throwback to the old school are the Revival, and they're doing a great job at nullifying any offense from Tucker Knight and any ability to get towards his tag partner. Elbow to the back of the neck. European uppercut, and down goes Tucker Knight, and how much more punishment can Tucker Knight take? He might just regret coming and sticking up for his tag team partner here at Backlash. Head first into the corner goes Tucker Knight, and in comes Dash Wilder, and great tag team offense, and oh, driving the knee into the gut. Dash Wilder feeling pretty confident, taking his time. Oh, and a clothesline to the back of the neck. It is all the Revival, and again, you see Otis wanting in, and Dash Wilder saying, "You ate my turkey." He's not happy about that. And they're making Tucker Knight pay for it. Oh, and a forearm shot. The crowd not enjoying the Revival and how they are really slowing down and picking apart Tucker Knight and punishing him. Scott Dawson trying to wind up the fans here in Vancouver. Oh, head first again. Now working on the arm is Dash Wilder. Tucker Knight just staying up, and Wilder, oh, come on. Raking the eyes. This is just punishment now. And Otis Dozovic is desperate to get into the ring and help his partner. And look at this. Look how arrogant that tag was. And almost teasing, and but Scott Dawson maybe got a bit carried away, and the tag has been made. And Big Dozzy, big drop kick. And another one. Otis Dozovic hits the ring full of turkey. His belly is full of turkey and full of fire. Sent into the corner. Dawson. Oh, are we ready? Here we go. Big Dozzy. W-O-R-M. Worm. Well, he's a bit bigger than a worm. Is Otis Dozovic. Oh, Dash Wilder got a shot in. Dozzy shakes it off and takes out Wilder. The complexion of this match has completely changed with Dozovic and his introduction. One, two, three, and the Revival gets stuffed just like a turkey. Here you see it, the hot tag, and in comes Otis Dozovic. much to the dismay of the Revival, and from there on, it was all Big Dozzy. He delivered the worm, up and down, driving the elbow right into the chest, and then this, a huge slam, and that was the end of the Revival. So Heavy Machinery pick up the victory. Otis Dozovic, his belly is full of turkey, you could say. It's been a pretty good night for Big Tuck and Big Dozzy. Well, for one person who it's not looking like it's going to be a good night after General Manager Eric Bischoff set up this match as a punishment, it's Seth Rollins taking on the Freak, Lars Sullivan. I hope you're all enjoying the show thus far here in Vancouver Backlash, and if you are, please do make sure you hit that like button and make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the notification bell turned on so you stay up to date with everything in regards to this season of Universe. But the Freak, Lars Sullivan, now makes his menacing way to the ring, and Lars Sullivan comes to Backlash off the back of a loss when we were overseas in the UK, and Sullivan went face to face with the ring general, Walter. And he had a little bit of help, did Walter, courtesy of Seth Rollins. Rollins decided to pay a visit to the UK even though he wasn't scheduled to wrestle, just to send a little message to Lars Sullivan that he was paying attention. And now Rollins, well, as on behalf of General Manager Eric Bischoff, he now has to face his punishment, which Eric Bischoff is only going to want even more after what went down this past Monday in the UK, because Seth Rollins was not meant to be there. He was still supposed to be serving out his suspension. So here we go. Seth Rollins returns from suspension. He's back in ring tonight, and he will be looking to, yes, burn it down. And here is Rollins, and the crowd on their feet here in Vancouver giving Rollins a tremendous ovation. It's good to see Seth Rollins back. Well, for me anyway. Maybe not Eric Bischoff after that curb stomp, but let's be honest. Eric Bischoff picked the wrong time and the wrong place to try and lay down the law. Seth Rollins had just lost the Intercontinental Championship to Finn Balor. So that is not the time to try and stamp your authority on the Raw roster. It just wasn't the time, it wasn't the place. But Eric Bischoff is the boss, and he has instructed this matchup to be tonight. And Rollins, we all know, he doesn't back down from a challenge, and he certainly has one tonight in the 330-pound freak that is known as Lars Sullivan. What a night it's been thus far. We saw Ricochet defeat Karl Anderson, and even with Luke Gallows at ringside, we've also seen tonight the crowning of a new women's champion, that being Ember Moon. And of course we've had the turkey-based matter that we've had to deal with, and how can anybody forget or miss out Finn Balor versus Jon Moxley? A bloodbath. That is all. So here we go. Rollins, Sullivan, and it's Seth Rollins who comes out quickly trying to take it to Lars Sullivan, but Sullivan immediately stamps his authority and his size on Seth Rollins. And oh my goodness, picked up like he weighs nothing, Lars Sullivan. And one of the major differences from this matchup to in the UK when Sullivan took on Walter and did indeed pick up his first loss is that Seth Rollins cannot compete in the strength department with Lars Sullivan. Rollins is going to have to use his speed, his quickness and his mindset to try and defeat this freak. Sullivan sends Rollins off the ropes. Power slam with ease. And the punishment that Eric Bischoff wanted to see has started. Oh, and driven down into the mat. It'll be interesting to hear the viewpoint of our general manager. And they came out here during the Finn Balor, John Moxley match, and well, he tried to lay down the law again, but Moxley was having none of it, and the contract had been signed. So there you go. So what will General Manager Eric Bischoff have to say after tonight's Backlash? We'll have to wait and see, but at the moment, this matchup going much more how he would like, with Lars Sullivan taking out all his aggression on Seth Rollins, who's launched across the ring by his hair. Referee got to keep an eye on this. Oh! And a second time. And if you are a fan of Walter, then I would suggest you check out this week's SmackDown. You can also check out the SmackDown playlist to keep up to date with all SmackDown episodes, because Walter had an open challenge and it was a big person that answered it. That's all I'm saying. But back to the match at hand, because I'm sure Lars Sullivan won't want me to hear me talking about Walter anymore. And a clubbing shot by Lars Sullivan down into the back of Seth Rollins. Scoops up and a knee into the ribs and down again. It's all been Lars Sullivan. Sullivan on that second rope, diving headbutt into the shoulder. Not sure how much more Rollins can take of this. 1, 2. Oh, and Rollins barely got the shoulder up. Matter of time at the moment. Not so much when, but how Lars Sullivan decides that he's had enough and wants to wrap things up. Referee up to the count of 2 as the action spills to the outside. We've seen plenty of action on the outside of the ring here at Backlash, and Seth Rollins is now coming accustomed to it. Up to 5, and oh my goodness me! A 6 count, maybe the 10 can't come quick enough for Seth Rollins. Put him out of his misery. And he's brought back into the ring by Lars Sullivan, and the punishment continues. Sullivan elbow to the back of the neck. And oh, he went for the chop block, went to take away the leg of Seth Rollins, and Rollins got the knee up. And that knee right into the skull of Lars Sullivan, and that has given Seth Rollins a small opening. And Rollins, 450, that was beautiful. And Rollins heads up to the top, perched, frog splash, pin, 1, 2, and Lars Sullivan, shoulder out the door. But the door was almost slammed shut by Seth Rollins. And Rollins, you can see, he's hurting from the pain that's been inflicted by the freak, but he keeps on going. Rollins was a fighting Intercontinental Champion in his reign. Came to an end at the hands of Finn Balor. And Sullivan, takes a ride to the outside. Seth Rollins waits. Tope Suicida! We've been waiting to say that all night. Seth Rollins, death-defying daredevil through those middle ropes, but he may just have stepped back in to where Lars Sullivan likes it, on the outside of the ring, and Rollins, back first off the barricade, and our official, and his count continues up to 6. 7. As Sullivan finally comes back in. Well, Seth Rollins threw it all at Lars Sullivan, but now it's Sullivan who's somehow back in control and looking like it's with ease. Rollins trying to keep Sullivan away. He put his hand there to protect from the stomping on the chest, but Sullivan is just too strong. Once up, Rollins. Oh, and just knocks him back down. There's nothing pretty about the offense of Lars Sullivan. It's hard hitting, it's brutal. And now walks with Rollins. Dumps him in the corner, tags the corner almost, and then just slings Rollins into the middle of the ring. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, again? Oh, God. That's twice, and our official saying, wait, that's enough. That's enough now. Sullivan. Is he going to adhere to what our official has said? No, it doesn't look like it. Picks up Rollins again. Where's he going now? Oh, a third time. Has he tagged all the corners or just the three? I'm not entirely sure yet. He kind of... Oh, Sullivan's just an angry mofo. Oh, he's got the last one. He didn't forget. I mean, he's a freak. And sometimes I mock his intelligence, but he did not forget that. Oh, now, and Sullivan heading up, and I think this is a foregone conclusion. Diving headbutt, it's over. This has gone exactly the way that Eric Bischoff wanted. And Lars Sullivan, did he just remove the turnbuckle pad? He did, and our officials just noticed. Sullivan, and Sullivan going, oh, low blow! Rollins, you dog! Seth Rollins! Well, he saw the opportunity, and by God, he took it! Curb stomp! 1, 2, 3. Lars Sullivan has been defeated by Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins, well, the architect, he might not have had too much of a plan in this matchup, but he found a way. And Lars Sullivan gave him that chance by removing the turnbuckle pad. Our official went to fix it. Sullivan distracted. A low blow from Rollins. And then this. Eric Bischoff knows this move quite well. The curb stomp. He's felt it firsthand. And now he's just had to witness his punishment receive a curb stomp too. Seth Rollins may have been punished, but he escapes Backlash with a victory. He might just have outsmarted Mr. Bischoff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your main event. The WWE Championship on the line as the challenger, the phenomenal AJ Styles, takes on the King of Strong Style, the undefeated Shinsuke Nakamura. So here we go. Main event time. AJ Styles has his chance to become the WWE Champion, and AJ Styles goes it alone. He represents the OC, but no Karl Anderson and no Luke Gallows. Maybe because of the fact that they had to deal with Ricochet earlier tonight, or maybe the fact that AJ Styles does indeed want to do this for himself. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm all for a fair contest if Styles can indeed prove that he can have one. We've seen him do it in the past, but this attitude since WrestleMania has been far from graceful. AJ Styles has had a real chip on his shoulder, and he's been cheating his way to win, and you would have to say that he's cheated his way all the way up to Backlash. He is indeed number 1 on our Raw ranking system, but just looking at that wouldn't tell you the entire story. But Styles stands here tonight as the number 1 contender, and if he is up for a fair fight, he is still seriously a threat to the King of Strong Style's undefeated record. As the lights go down, here comes the ace of Monday Night Raw, the number 1 draft pick from General Manager Eric Bischoff, the undefeated King of Strong Style, the WWE Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. And Nakamura, who won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, doing what nobody else could, toppling the beast, and he did it in Brock Lesnar's home state of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Shinsuke Nakamura walked into Suplex City and he walked out as a champion, and now in his first championship defense, Nakamura faces the phenomenal AJ Styles. And we must remember too that Nakamura faced the Universal Champion on the day of the draft, and Nakamura defeated Rey Mysterio. So Nakamura, well, he has gone from strength to strength, and this undefeated record that Nakamura has goes on way beyond the Raw ranking system. It's been a long time since Nakamura has suffered a defeat. Could it all come to an end here at Backlash? Big fight feel for our main event as AJ Styles takes a look at the WWE Championship. That is what it's all about, and that's what it's come down to here at Backlash. Referee signals for the bell. Our main event is underway, and Styles and Nakamura lock up for the first time, and it's Nakamura who forces back Styles into the corner. Will we get a clean break from the King of Strong Style? Oh, look at this. The mind games continue from Nakamura, and he says, come on AJ, let's go. And Nakamura definitely got in the mind of Styles when Styles took on Ricochet a few weeks back. Came out, took out both Gallows and Anderson, 2 Kinshasas, and when Styles was paying attention to what Nakamura was doing, he was rolled up by Ricochet. Just a little bit more fuel added to this championship match. And they tie up for the 3rd time. Styles floats around to the back and keeps hold of Nakamura, picks up and takes down Nakamura, headlock applied. And Nakamura, the champion, has to find a way out. He does so, gets to his feet, and now they're both up, and Styles went for the back fist, and Nakamura got out the way, said come on, and kicked Styles in the chest. AJ Styles replies with one of his own. Kick to the leg. Knee to the face. You can hear the boos. They've been getting louder and louder in recent weeks when AJ Styles has been participating. Not a fan favourite anymore. Now part of the club, the OC. And cranking the arm lock applied. This one's starting off with a cagey affair. And Styles having to relinquish the hold from a shot from Nakamura to the gut. And now Nakamura drags Styles to the corner. Kick from Nakamura. Those educated kicks. And that is something that Nakamura has in his locker, and AJ Styles is fully aware of it. It's just whether or not he can defend against it. Nakamura in control. You saw some vintage Nakamura there. And now picks up AJ Styles. Tries to tie up again, and these two lock up and lock horns, and this time it's Styles that comes out. This time he does hit the back fist, replied with a chop from Nakamura and a kick, and now sends AJ Styles, the challenger, off the ropes. Ducks underneath. Shinsuke Nakamura floats over the top. Oh, went for the knee. Styles caught him. Clothesline from the challenger. And a kick to the back by AJ Styles. These two know each other very well. And it's Styles' turn to take Nakamura to the corner. Styles. Well, table turn quick. Table turned again. AJ heads up. And begins to unload on Nakamura. Punch after punch. Nakamura forces away. AJ Styles comes forward. Walks straight in. Gets caught. I think Nakamura's looking for a German suplex, but AJ Styles switched out of it. And Styles up and a brain buster. Nicely done from AJ. And AJ goes for a pin. Took his time. One. And just a one count. Styles is going to have to be a bit quicker than that if he's going to put away Nakamura. Snap DDT. That's much better from the challenger. And Styles hits the ropes. Drives the knee. Oh! Nakamura got out the way. Smartly done. And Nakamura with a knee. And there was nothing that Styles could do about that. Oh, and a running basement style, I would say, Kinshasa. Oh, but, you know, running knee, lower, doesn't get the impact that the normal Kinshasa would. Full impact when Nakamura comes running in with that knee. Will Nakamura hit that tonight? Will that be a crowning victory for Nakamura if he does indeed deliver the Kinshasa? Well, Styles won't want to know. He'll be looking to avoid it at all costs. And that tornado DDT served him well. Now the arm lock. And Styles has tried, wrenched the arm, tried to keep Nakamura ground-based for the most part of this matchup. Forearm from AJ, second one, went for the back fist. Not doing very well with that back fist. He's gone for that twice now. Nakamura has seen it, and that kick cleaned the clock of AJ, and this time the German suplex comes off from Nakamura. And Nakamura on the move, heads to the second rope. A little bit of showing off to the crowd and comes down with the knee right between the eyes of AJ. Pin, 1, 2, and Styles kicks out at 2. Nakamura had a cracking contest with Gentleman Jack Gallagher on Raw Dark. If you didn't check that out, I suggest you go and watch the Raw Dark playlist. It was a great matchup and just goes to show that Shinsuke Nakamura is happy to mix it up with anybody. And fair play to Gentleman Jack, he did put on a really great contest. You don't want to miss out on those dark matches. It's not like a live show, they're matches that simply don't make the main show, but are just as good. As Styles on the outside, and the forearm comes crashing down, and he nailed Shinsuke Nakamura. Referee up to the count of 2. And Styles using the outside to his advantage. Head first into the steps goes Nakamura. Referee up to the count of 4. The title cannot change hands via a count out. Styles knows that. Up to 6. Styles continues on the outside. 7 now. And we're up to 8, and Styles, well, now he brings Nakamura in. 9 that would have been, and Styles maybe judged it perfectly. AJ, reversal from Nakamura. Sends Styles off the ropes. And the running knee again, and takes the wind and the breath right out of Styles, and then a kick, a drop kick, and Styles didn't look too good after that. AJ in a spot of bother. Who wouldn't be against an undefeated WWE Champion? And a big knee, and Styles on that rope, and Styles looks out of it at the moment. I would say that. Nakamura now heading up to the top, up on the shoulders, high risk, and turns AJ Styles inside out, even causing a daze for himself. And Nakamura now with the Dragon Sleeper. Submission applied to AJ Styles. Referee asking the question in our main event for the WWE Championship: will Styles tap out, or can he find a way to escape? Styles manages to find a way, forced and rolled forward. Nakamura comes forward. AJ Styles rolls through. Oh, and has he got it? Yes, he has. The calf crusher. Well, that came out of nothing. Styles has turned this one. And Nakamura now being asked the question: are you going to tap, or are you going to find an escape? What is Nakamura going to do? Styles, look at this, really wrenching the ankle back, but oh, Nakamura with a stiff shot to the back of the neck and a kick. And that breaks the offense for a moment from AJ. Knee to the face by Nakamura, but Nakamura moving a little more gingerly after that calf crusher. May need to protect the ankle for a little bit while it recovers, and Styles is willing to exchange, and a Pele! Got him. Got him good. And takes up, and a 1916 where we saw two of them it took, and plenty more, to put away Jon Moxley. But that has set up Nakamura in perfect position for the 450 that Styles didn't get, and DDT from Nakamura. Well, he put him in the perfect place, but Nakamura was wise to it, and now Nakamura, no Kinshasa, instead a phenomenal blitz from AJ Styles. Great matchup, tense matchup. It's on a knife edge, this one. And Styles, driving the knee into the chest of the champion. Great to see no Gallows, no Anderson, just these two going at it. 450 this time. Styles gets it and got it all, and this time Styles is 2 count. He's close. This is the AJ Styles that I wanted to see, the one that will stand and fight and put it all on the line. And Nakamura could be out, and Nakamura kicks out very late. A late 2 from the WWE Champion. Styles is gradually chipping away at the arsenal, and the defense is beginning to break down of Nakamura. And where's AJ going now? Referee starts to count again, and Nakamura on the outside after being dumped out there by AJ. And AJ perched on the ring apron. What's he looking for here? Oh! A moonsault! And do you have any idea what it takes to get the leverage off of the apron to hit a move like that? That was impressive. And Styles keeping up the work, and Nakamura tries to fight back, and Nakamura does come back, and Nakamura drives Styles down on the concrete floor. What a contest we're seeing in our main event, and Styles now picked up by Nakamura, who drives AJ Styles, the challenger, back first into the hardest part of the ring apron. Well, we say that, but earlier tonight we saw even more the hardest part of the ring, which is the wooden exposure underneath it, when Finn Balor took on Jon Moxley. Up goes Styles, and a Ushigoroshi from Shinsuke Nakamura. We're used to seeing that from Styles, but and a kick. Nakamura sending Styles off the ropes. I think he went for the leg, and Styles caught the arm, stopped him, nullified the offense, elbow to the back of the arm, and this time he got him, and on the back of the head is Nakamura. He's dumped right down. Oh, now Styles, I said we're so used to seeing it from AJ. And AJ gave us his version. What is Styles thinking? Drags Nakamura. We've seen Styles with the 450. Oh, is he looking for the forearm? He delivered it on the outside of the ring. Can he catch him now? Nakamura's slow to get to his feet. He's now up. Here comes Styles. Styles, he got him, and he could be the new WWE Champion. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, Nakamura just got that shoulder up, and Styles, in anguish, looks at our official and says, just 2? It was. And now the chin lock trying to wear down Shinsuke Nakamura. He's got Nakamura against the ropes. But we've seen time and time again how Nakamura can bounce back from adversity. I thought at many occasions against Brock Lesnar it was over for Nakamura, but somehow, someway, Nakamura found a way to the championship. Now he has to defend it. Picks up AJ Styles. Gave AJ a moment, then a knee. Oh, went for the shot. AJ got out the way. Styles, Pele, that's the second one. Can't take too many of them. And Styles takes up Nakamura. And you can see AJ holds his ribs. Those kicks to the gut have taken their toll, but Styles is still on top. Second rope. AJ forearm. 1, 2. He go! That was close. Whew, that was close. AJ Styles was within a second of becoming the WWE Champion. Nakamura's shoulder lifted off the mat in the split second before our official could bring that hand down for the 3. This matchup continues, and Styles has obviously got frustrated and decided to head to the outside to try and dish out more punishment, and instead Nakamura has found a second wind. Oh, a shot. These two just exchanging now. Referee up to 4. Styles, oh, back first. Well, we saw Finn Balor with a drop kick, I believe. And Nakamura, Kinshasa. Oh, he got him. Blink and you will miss it. But this could be all. Styles rolled into the ring. 1, 2. Oh, and Styles finds a way. Maybe the time that it took for Nakamura to get Styles into the ring and then execute the pin was enough. But Nakamura is waiting. Boot to the midsection. Oh, he went for the Kinshasa again, and Styles with a drop toe hold. AJ Styles calling him up. Oh, here we go. Styles clash. And with that, 1, 2, oh, how? And AJ Styles asked the same question. He too says how. Well, Styles wants him up. Styles wants Nakamura up again. Is he looking? Where's he going? Oh, look at this. A reverse DDT. The champion's days are numbered. The undefeated reign is on the verge of being toppled. It's all AJ. Is he going to go again for a second Styles clash? It looks like it takes up Nakamura. Oh, Nakamura breaks free. Nakamura found a way, and oh, AJ Styles, exploder from Nakamura. Can he do it? Styles getting to his feet. Kinshasa. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles is defeated by Shinsuke Nakamura. And Nakamura retains the WWE Championship. But it was a close contest. Here you see Nakamura with the Kinshasa to the outside. But AJ kicked out. Styles clash. And at this point I thought we were going to crown a new WWE Champion. But Nakamura fought on like a champion does. The Exploder. And then of course the Kinshasa. That was all she wrote. 1, 2, 3. And Shinsuke Nakamura has been in a battle, but he retains the WWE Championship here at Backlash. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Good night.